Praise God, best morning, day and week, fellow saints. Welcome to Gospel Morning with DARL, a platform through which you share the gospel of Christ to the whole world. I want to encourage you, like we've been doing before now, let's get this video to all our friends and let them receive the gospel this period. We started a gospel, a series yesterday, and the title of the series is They Misunderstood God and Events, speaking about the event and the view of people before Christ came. That means in the Old Testament section of the Bible. And we are taking much time to introduce this topic. So today we read Hebrews chapter 1 from verse 1. It says, in many separate revelations, each of which set forth a portion of the truth. And in different ways, God spake of old to our forefathers in and by the prophets. But in the last days, he has spoken to us in the person of the Son, whom he had appointed heir and lawful owner of all things, also by and through whom he created the world and riches of the space and the ages of time. He made, produced, built, operated, and arranged them in order. He is the sole expression of the glory of God. Pay attention to something. He says something about Jesus here. He says that before Jesus came, the prophets had truth in portions. That means the truth that they had wasn't complete. It was full of imperfections. It was full of issues. But he says something. Though he spoke by the prophets, he says in this last day, he spoke in the person of the Son, revealing the truth about Jesus, that Jesus is not just one of the prophets. Jesus is now the chief speaker, the one who will now speak on behalf of the Father. That's why in verse 3 it now says he is the sole expression of the glory of God. This is to say that Jesus, who came in the image of man, came to reveal the Father to us in totality. That's why in John chapter 14 he says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. He didn't say I am part of the truth. That means though the Old Testament saints had truth in portions, in little portions, Jesus don't have the truths. Jesus is the truth. Jesus is not part of those that God spoke through. Jesus is the one that expresses God totally. This reveals to us the fact that in our journey to study God in the Old Testament and to study events, if there is anybody we should listen to very well, it will be Jesus. So as we begin this journey, Jesus will be our chief speaker. Praise the Lord.